This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. Did you draw this picture right after the incident? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first, I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything. During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye. 2 or 3 days later. The memory should still have been fresh in her mind. Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black? The flash of lightning was so bright all I could see were shadows. So at the time you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue? No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor. You were knocked to the floor? Yeah, by who? Darky had a tight grip on me. But when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed. Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? After that I must have fainted. You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place? No? I'm sorry. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. Anyway, this picture. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? Of course, this is the exact scene. It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives? Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Miss Wright? No, of course not. I'd better watch out, or he might find some way to cut my salary. I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me. Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Huh? Oh, well, that's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind, and yet there's clearly a contradiction here. Well, that is not the whole picture, right? You see. Why is it there though? I think we should show that. I can see. After that I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Shit. This witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can't see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Miss Wright. Must be on the wrong track. There's clearly a contradiction here. Like what? What is the contradiction? Like, are we going to show her this? No? Oh, yeah, right. Stabbed in the back, died from punctured heart and lung. That's it. I hate to be bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday. Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report? Well, that he was stabbed in the back, or what? What should I point out? That he's here, or that the knife is going there, or? Well, I guess over there? I think it's this part here. I don't see what's so strange about that. That's because the drawing stinks. Oh, Mr. Wright, how could you? The act of making an innocent girl cry should warrant the death penalty. Oh shit. Yeah, man. The death penalty. I guess it means I shouldn't shift the blame to others. Yes, well, so long as the defense has learned his lesson. I better take another look at that autopsy report and this picture. Miss Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply point out. Okay. Let me... I can't check it! Oh no. Well, this. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken. Well, I just thought it was a bad picture. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too. If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Darkey was the murderer. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound in the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. What's the meaning of this? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Sorry, but I'm afraid that that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. Oh, so they tried to kill him before, and then he ran. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. That's right. And what does that mean? The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is that the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence. You're trading on thin ice, right? Treading, no. All I'm saying is that the broken knife tip might be a piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny that possibility. No. Order, order, order. Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place that day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day.